Right, now we're starting to get into the good stuff. The wonderful world of dapps. D-A-P-P-S. Decentralized applications. Right, so these are applications built on top of the Steam blockchain. So two we're going to look at today is the state of dapps and Steam apps, which is our own personal one built by the Real Wolf, a user on the Steam blockchain. So the first one we're looking at, state of dapps, reports on all decentralized applications on different blockchain, on all the different blockchains that are out there, and ranks them accordingly. So at the minute there's 2,000 different distributed apps out there in the world, decentralized apps running on some blockchain or another. So as you can see here, if we select platform on the left hand side, you got Ethereum, EOS, POA and Steam. So we'll concentrate on Steam because that's what we're doing the videos about. And you can see there's a whole bunch of sites, media, gambling, social, finance, that are running on top of the Steam blockchain, but they're individual websites in their own right. So you'll go to a web page, for instance, Steam It, mentioned it in the last video. It's not Steam blockchain, it's just an application that pulls back information from the Steam blockchain, right? So we can do categories, we can just do games, for instance. So one of the big popular ones on the Steam blockchain, in fact probably the only one that's actually making income, is Steam Monsters. Actually, I don't know that to be true. Chabira probably makes income as well, but Steam Monsters is making the biggest amount of money on the Steam blockchain, I would say. So state of dapps is really good for finding out there applications and services that are running on top of blockchains that utilize the blockchain to store little bits of information on there. So for instance, like CryptoKitties is a website that runs on top of the Ethereum blockchain. So when you purchase a kitty, it stores it as a token on the Ethereum blockchain as I think it's an ERC721 token. There's also ERC20 tokens, but I think the ones for like the smart contracts for saying this is my CryptoKitty is a 721. So you don't really need to know all those level of detail. You kind of find that out over time, and most people won't go to that level. In fact, most of the time, I think in the future you won't even care what blockchain is running underneath it. It's just a way for you to do a variety of different things on it. And that was the whole purpose of this course, is how do we create digital independence in our own lives using the Steam blockchain as our kind of storage medium, if you like. So on this you can see all the rankings of the different apps. You can see at the top is number one is Steam. We have on average 4,298 users in the last 24 hours. You can see underneath that is Ethereum, a status, an open source mobile client. It's actually a wallet, and you can jump through to these different categories. So maybe you want to see different wallets, you can click on that and it will display all the different wallets and how well they're doing. You can see on status over the last 24 hours there's like 61 people using it, where there seems to be a lot of people just suddenly started using in the last 24 hours, up by 25%, the basic attention token. So you can get a rough idea of how much user activity is happening on these platforms. Now if you want to drill down, you can use state of the dapps, but if you want to drill down, we have our own, if you like, independent version, which is by an actual Steam It, that's Steam user, not Steam It, Steam blockchain user, called the Real Wolf. And from here you can see all the different applications that are running on top of the Steam blockchain. So you've got like an interface here, Partico, which is a mobile version of looking at content from the Steam blockchain on the go. Same for eSteam, that can be a desktop and mobile version. DTube, which is a YouTube equivalent of storing video in the cloud in a decentralized way using a thing called IPFS, which is Interplanetary File System. You gotta love the geeks, man. But it's an alternative to YouTube. It's not centralized, it's decentralized. So nobody's going to come along and tell you that you don't fit into the having to have 1,000 subscribers or having a certain amount of views on that video. Once you upload it, it's on to the immutable blockchain or the storage that that blockchain app uses. Things like SteamPress, for instance. Maybe you run WordPress. 30% of CMS users, content management system users globally, use WordPress. Maybe you want to get into Steam, but you want to do it kind of softly. Well, you can use SteamPress, which enables you to then update your Steam blog with your WordPress, write it in WordPress, send it to your Steam blog, and gradually make the transition across as you start to get used to the platform. There is a wealth of different ways of getting digital independence on the Steem blockchain, and this is a really good site to go digging through and finding maybe decentralized versions of centralized apps that you already use.